is Tim with Online Big Blue. We'll bring you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Got some news to go through today, some injury updates on Tuesday, and some other injury reports that may affect the team somewhat in the near future. And let's get started with, hold on one second right here. I got an email, and it is saying that my new Xbox has been delivered and is outside on the front porch. So you know what? I think we had a good show today, and we're going to wrap it up. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants. I'm just kidding. My Xbox is here, but we are not going to wrap up the show. Xavier Mckinney. Oh, Mr. McKinney. He is kind of like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. You hear a lot about him, we just don't see him. And, of course, he has the injury of the fifth metatarsal in his left foot. It's also referred to as a Jones fracture. Now, the thing about a Jones fracture is it is more prevalent in basketball, and it is a tricky injury because of the fact that even if you think it is completely healed, there is the potential to re-injure it early on when you come back. I don't know why. I don't think the doctors know why. But like I said, it happens more in basketball than it does in football. But evidently Xavier has been on the practice field with the trainers running, not really going through too many drills yet. And, he's going to be a little ways away before the Giants start the 21-day countdown clock to activate him. They'll probably start looking to activate him after the bye week. I mean, if at all. I mean, I only say if and only because, like I said, this is a tricky injury to come back from. It can be something that is nothing, and you can just breeze through it and come right back. And like I said, but there is the potential, and like I said, it is seen more prevalent in basketball, to re-injure it early on after you come back. So that's something we do have to watch. But like I said, I'm not seeing the Giants doing anything with Xavier until after the bye week. And I think that's smart. I think it's a good idea. Let's just, we have high hopes that he is our future at safety. And, I love it because you see on Twitter that people are like, he's the next Ed Reed. I'd be happy if he just got on the field and he was the next, Kenny Phillips or Sean Williams. To be honest, at this point in time, I just want to see him on the field. So you know what? But we just kind of have to just wait and see. Also updates on Oshane Ximines and Tae Crowder. I don't foresee either one of them playing against the Eagles. Of course, Oshane is out with the shoulder. Has been out for a little bit. And Tae tweaked his hamstring on the touchdown run against Washington a few weeks back. I don't see them coming back this week again. I see them coming back more after the bye week. They also need to get some practice time, get some reps in. And again, like I said, and the funny thing is, again, with Tae, it's the hamstring. The hamstring is a tricky thing. If anyone's had a hamstring injury, you don't know. I had a hamstring injury my freshman year in college. And it was during summer camp, and I felt fine. And then with the next day, I felt like crap, and then I felt fine again, and then it tightened up. And it's just one of those things that, like I say, you really have to listen to the guy himself, the player himself, because he knows his own body. So he knows, because when you feel the tightness, the worst thing you want to feel is the pop. And that is you popping your hamstring. That is the worst thing that you want to hear. I've heard that pop. I've never had it happen to me. I've heard it. It is not a pleasant experience. I've heard the pop when you tear your knee twice. So I felt that. But I've never heard the hamstring pop. So that's something, we need to monitor as well. Oshane Ximines, like I said, we haven't missed a lot with Oshane. He wasn't contributing much. He was starting to play better when he got hurt with the shoulder, but he wasn't a major contributor. But it would be nice to get him back in the rotation, for the pass rush itself. But like I said, I don't see them coming back until after the bye week. Now, Will Hernandez. Oh, this is the one that I'm most concerned about. Will, of course, is out with after contracting the COVID virus. And they're saying that he's nearing an active return. Now, they always say you never lose your spot due to injury. And I agree with that to some points, but I also disagree with it because of the fact that if you are not playing that well and the guys that come in have shown better promise, I still think the guys that came in, it shouldn't be a Wally Pipp. That's Babe Ruth situation. I mean, that's Luke, excuse me, the Wally Pippen and Lou Gehrig situation. If anyone, I'm sorry. Sometimes I go back too far. But like I said, it's just interesting. And I've said this since Will's rookie year, and I keep preaching to the choir that I think a lot of the problems on the left side of the line have not been Andrew Thomas or Nate Solder, that they've been Will Hernandez. And I'm thinking one day I'm going to do a breakdown of the Hernandez film and just kind of show you what I'm talking about, because I think it's better. Because it's funny because sometimes I think things in my head and then I see them and it's the same thing, but sometimes I may not convey it as well unless I'm sitting there watching it and conveying it to you. So, I may try to do that. Someone had an interesting idea about doing a live breakdown or film breakdown, doing a live stream. And I'm going to do a live stream one day. I just don't know. I just don't know about live streams. I have no problem with them. And I think it'd be great to interact more with the subscribers. But I think it has to be done at the right place, the right time. And I think it has to be beneficial. I want it to be beneficial to the subscribers. I also want it to be fun. And I want it to be interesting. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the old marketing guy that's still in me. But like I said, Will Hernandez, I've said it before. Like I said, he has certain tendencies and certain issues that basically hangs his counterpart, left tackle, out to dry. And people were saying to me, well, how is that possible? Isn't the left tackle hanging the left guard out to dry? No, that's not how it works. Because you're an interior lineman. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm not going to get into it. But we've seen the progression of the Giants line since Hernandez has been out. We are moving the pile forward. I was extremely impressed with Andrew Thomas and Shane Lemieux. I didn't look at Pro Football Focus to see what we were ranked at, because I never do. But I was so impressed with them just watching them from from an eye perspective. They were moving the pile. There was some runs. They were getting a good 2-yard push off the Redskin line, and the Redskin line's got 4 first-rounders. I mean, that's something that is something to that is something to toot your horn about. And old Matt's been looking good in spots. And that's the thing. Matt's looking good in spots. How will he look throughout an entire game? That's because when I did see him in extended action in the versus the Eagles, Matt had some problems. And it was interesting because Matt had problems more with run blocking than he did at pass protection, and and that was kind of the thing that people were going to be worried about when he came out of college, because of the fact that he was a little bit more slight of built and he wasn't as powerful as people thought. And then the other week, he had a better game run blocking than he did pass protecting in limited action. So, it's I would like to just see him. We're 2-7. I know people are like, we can make the playoffs if this happens and this happens. We're going to do a video breakdown of why the Giants can or cannot make the playoffs. But at 2-7, before we start saying we can make the playoffs, getting excited, this reminds me a couple of years ago after the 11-5 season that, with Odell was here and we were going to make the playoffs if we won this game, and then we lost the Carolina game on the Graham Gano 65-yard field goal, and then we could make the playoffs if we won this game. It's good to get excited. It really is, and as fans, I think it's good to get excited. But like I said, I'm not making what you would per se a quasi-fan channel. I'm just making an informational channel, and I'm just giving observations. If I did a fan channel about the Giants would win every single game. We'd be 16-0 and have 478 Super Bowls. I know that's not possible, but I think that's kind of a cool number. But like I said, I'm not doing that type of channel. I'm just doing a realistic channel, a breakdown channel. Take it for what it's worth. You like me, you don't like me, it's okay. I'm gonna still sleep at night. I'd prefer if people liked me more. You know what? And like I said, I am just shocked that we've got to 5,000 subscribers. I mean, I literally am stunned. Like I said, humility is not a big. It's not big with me because I've never been humble. I've been cocky all my life. But that's humbling. To think that 5,000 some people literally subscribed to my channel in a little over a year, and I've been viewed 500,000 times. And I am going to do something special for that. I think I'm going to do a giveaway. I think I'm going to dig into the online Big Blue Giants archives of historical items that we have collected since 1976 and see if I can't come up with something nice. And maybe we'll do it on a live stream. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it on somebody's show. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll invite the Entertainer or Bad Dog or whomever, and we'll do a little show and do a 5,000 subscriber show. Or maybe I'll go on their channel because honestly, I don't know how to do a live stream. I am very technically savvy, but this live stream thing kind of makes me like, I'm not sure how this is going to work. But then the fact that I got to read and type and do everything else at the same time, oh my God, it seems more complicated than it should be, or maybe I'm just making it out that way. But, you know, again, we'll do a breakdown of why the Giants can or cannot make the playoffs, and we will do a logistical breakdown. We will check the Vegas odds. We will go through all of that, and we will come up with but we'll come up with an honest assessment why we feel they can or cannot make the playoffs. The big thing is they're going to have to beat Philadelphia first before we even talk about anything. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, you can subscribe, you can ring that bell, you know what that means, that'd be awesome.